the agents of the construct. I no longer call it the matrix because the matrix connotes a feminine principle, and I would not want that blood-sucking artifice to be at least selected in my mind and put together with the feminine principle. So I give it a neutered energy. I call it the construct, and I call those who manage the construct soul jackers, members of the beasthood. And they have played their ace card. They are coming out of the fascist closet, boots shining, flags waving, fancy speeches, colorful slogans, and genocidal agenda. What a magnificent time to be alive. But as all the light workers know, World War III has been waging for the last 54 years. In this phase of the Light Code series, we will explore how the universe and our solar system are re-synchronizing, recalibrating, realigning, and repositioning themselves. We'll explore some of the new mind-manipulating technologies and weapons, the occult symbology of the beasthood and the construct, and the food-based vectors, food-based weapons, food-based vector weapons used to keep you in Light Code lockdown. Hopefully before this day is through, I'll have been able to give you some crucial insight on how to break the lockdown spells conjured and weaved by the dark agenda agents, the regressives who work to maintain this lockdown. Also, we would like to have presented a star date time sequence punctuated by certain events that are already encoded within the star grid manifest. Beloved, the 3x4 dimensional screen that presently acts as our medium upon which we project our perceptions of reality, this medium is disintegrating. This invisible, translucent membrane we breathe and taste, smell, hear, and touch with our perverted senses can no longer tolerate or sustain the present barrage of hostile, fearful, ego-modulated thought energies now being emanated by the majority of humanity. In this mentally polluted environment, people are experiencing intense disorientations with increasing regularity. Menstrual cycles are erratic. They're either disappearing, flooding out, or coming at totally unexpected times. People are feeling the need to sleep more. People are short-tempered. There's a feeling as if the place they occupy is like another planet or another reality. Migraines are becoming more and more frequent in younger and younger people. People are losing things. Memory is harder to recall. All of these symptoms are due to the shift. The reason for these and other such symptoms are because our present brain chemistries are programmed and calibrated to operate, listen carefully, to operate in the was. Let me say that again. The reason why you suffer the above symptoms is because our present brain chemistries are programmed and calibrated to function and operate in the was. In other words, all thought is memory. All memory is the result of past events. Thought, as it is now and how it operates in the brain, can only see itself as a past processing entity. Thought is trapped in the wake of time. Bye-bye. This is because the present brain structure and the genetics that molded it is in Light Code lockdown and forcing its way through the barrier. And the code key to the chemical lock is to understand time. To understand time is to recognize the moment as the is. Brothers and sisters, it is time for you to get into the isness of being. The brain is stuck on doing, and it has neglected its being. The brain is presently programmed by our mutilated genetics and our molecular atomic cellular network. The brain is a quantum photonic electromagnetic transducer crystal that is presently trapped in a self-created, self-perpetuated concept of space and time. The brain is at time, in a time, and is functioning within a time analysis mechanism trapped in the was. Presently, it cannot analyze itself as the byproduct of a divine entity because its only references of itself is through the coded, manipulated experiences that we catalog in our chemical-filled memories as the was. People wonder why and how we're stuck in the place that we are. Why are we not moving forward spiritually? It's because we are trapped in a thought process that keeps us in the was. I ask anybody out there to give me a brand new thought never thought before. The lockdown is secure. Your thought is the lock. And you're functioning in the was. You're pacing inside of a cell, hoping that if you walk enough, you'll get out. The present brain chemistries of the human body keep replaying past experiences only, maintaining the semi-conscious entity as a what was entity, keeping the semi-conscious entity in a what was perceptual index. Metaphysically, the symptoms of intense headaches, memory loss, strokes, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, sudden deep muscular pains in the shoulder, back, and chest, all are physical points of reference where your thoughts are stuck in the was. Within this is, there is no conflict. Within the is, the galactic shift is a shift in reference to the is, not the was. That's why the beasthood wants you in the was. Without any consciousness thought residue. Inside the is, there is no consciousness residue from the was. Without any consciousness thought residue polluting our thought stream, the individual mind becomes somewhat traumatized, like an addict who needs a fix. I need my was. Your brain needs thoughts to digest in order to frame itself within a structured context or agreement that it wants to call reality. The brain needs thought to survive. In the shift to the is, thought will be raised. And after it is raised, it will be based on the soul's inner voice. In the is, the body will now chemically create cells that are structured from insperience, not experience. All human chemistry today is the result of experience. The present cellular structure has become somatogenic. The definition of somatogenic stated that we should look up the word psychogenic. Thus, by definition, somatogenic and psychogenic are virtually the same. Somatogenic means body-created cells that are not part of the germ cell structure. The germ cell structure is the pure structure. That's the structure that the sperm represents, the sperm and the egg. The sperm and the egg come together. That is the pure essence. That is the etheric essence from that which is the intelligence. Everything else around that is created based upon your experience and how you have cataloged that experience in your chemical memory. Your chemical memory creates you physically. It creates the cells based upon your external experience. So this is why the construct keeps you looking outside of yourself, keeps you looking for experiences outside, keep you drugged in the was. Because they did not allow you to get within, to understand the experience, to understand what it is to be connected directly to that divine galactic intelligence that you always have been. Somatogenic means body created. Psychogenic means that which is created in trauma. Thus, present humanity are somatogenic / psychogenic creations, meaning that our present cellular chemistries are programmed within an environment saturated with fear, hatred, violence, jealousy, and greed. Your cells know nothing else. Now, with the appearance of the shift, these cells cannot survive because the brain has no residual reference point, no oversaturated thought stream laden with trauma and pain to support its present somatogenic programming. Thus, all of the previous symptoms are actually withdrawal pains, as our consciousness withdraws from the drug of the previous paradigm. Call it a psychospiritual withdrawal. When we make that transition, as the frequencies begin to shift, as you begin to vibrate on higher, your textures begin to become more refined. That which you carry, laden with you as a burden in the world, it's trying to eject itself. And it ejects itself where you have preoccupied yourself in your state of mind. Your state of mind tells you where that pain will be, because your thoughts create residuals in the organ that the thought references. So if you are angry with full of hate, your liver will show it and your eyes will go blind. And so, beloved brothers and sisters, our present conditions of health cannot be sustained in the new paradigm using old methods of cure and remedy. Old paradigm techniques like herbology, allopathic medicine, drugs, vitamins, all will cease to work as we get deeper into the shift. Let me repeat that. Old paradigm techniques like herbology, allopathic medicine and drugs, vitamins, all of these things are obsolete. The new paradigm healing modalities will be frequency alignment modalities. It will be administered through a science of light. You start taking all of these old remedies that were working back at the time when the earth had her power, when the earth structure was resonating on a specific frequency. It's not going to work. Back then it worked, because the magic was there. The magic is gone. There's a new magic. Magic of the mind. We don't need to use the lesser magic anymore. All future symptoms of systemic diseases in the body will be analyzed and shown to be caused by a genetically entrenched dissonant harmonic of stigmatized ego-based thought forms. All due to our preoccupation with lower frequency bands, which thought has been programmed and become addicted to. And so, interference with the flow of isness, which carries within it the organic light codes by which we may reconfigure our atoms, our molecules, our genes, and our DNA, has prevented the vast majority of present-day humanity from experiencing the full benefits of the shift. Now, before we investigate the many and diverse methods used by the beasthood to maintain our lockdown, what are some of the things to watch with reference to the star grid continuum? And I put this down simply because there are those amongst you intellectually inclined who want to know the technology of what is happening to our planet and where we are going. After that, we're going to take some time and start to break this thing down, diagram it piece by piece with the little time. Hopefully with the time that I do have left, I will cover everything that I had actually slated to do. The celestial neighborhood that we live in is truly becoming crowded. Brothers and sisters, constellations are codifiers, and their shape dictates their influence. The Great Bear, Alpha Draconis, Orion, the Big and Little Dippers, Lyra, all of these star grids are light portals projecting obsolete linear astrosophic geometries that have forced men to give homage, praise, and attention to the lower template energies of the heavens. This is for all the people studying astrology